Hello everyone, this is Speaker's Corner with your host, Tim Byron. Today I have with me Andy Robinson, Andy B. Robinson, no less. Welcome everybody. No. This is Almighty Answers, and I am your host, the Almighty. Hi everybody, my name's Andy B. Robinson, and you might know or recognise my voice, perhaps. I'm a voice actor, and I am the voice of this guy over here, and also the guy that just popped up before.
Who, me?
Yes, thought I'd invite you into my world a little bit to tell you exactly how I do things. So, I am a voice actor. I've been working as a voice actor since 2015. Prior to that, I had a corporate job. Wasn't me. And prior to that, I was an entertainer. So I've always kind of done things with my voice, as most of us have, but I decided in 2015 to turn it into a profession and retrained. And I'm very lucky that I get to do all sorts of crazy stuff with my voice, and I really, really enjoy it. If you've got an Amazon Fire Stick, you might well have heard my voice before, because in the UK, I am the voice of the videos that come on an Amazon Fire Stick that tell you how to do things with your Amazon Fire Stick, like tell Alexa to make you watch TV and stuff like that. I've also been in a couple of video games. I do corporate narration, and I'm on the TV at the moment in the UK on an advert for the Karcher pressure washer. But this is not an advert for the Karcher pressure washer. This is a little conversation with... Hello, it's me. Excuse me. That was a little bit harsh, wasn't it? Actually, haven't you had some good news recently? I have. Well, thank you, Andrew. Oh, and Andy. Yes, indeed. You see, I am on a brief parental leave. We just had a little girl, Charlotte. Oh, Lottie. Oh, she's gorgeous. Oh, isn't that lovely? Well, congratulations to you and the missus. I'm delighted for you. That's wonderful. It's not your... No, third one, thank you. Your third. Yes, I'm glad you asked. This is my third and final child. I actually rather said that 5 years ago, but I couldn't be happier. We have Ren, who is 16 years old, and Airi, my daughter, who is just about 5 years old, and now this cuddly little new arrival. Raise a glass to family, yes. Cheers. Here's to all of our happiness. May it last forever. Now that you have me here, Andy, I hear that you are very good at voices. So much so that you claim to have given me mine. Although I'm not sure if you hadn't tossed God away, he would disagree, perhaps. So, since I have a limited time here, how about we see which one of us is actually good at this? Where are you from, Andy B? Me? I'm from Torquay. Devon? In Devon. Yes. It's true. Is it? I can't read and I can't write, but that don't really matter, because I'm from the West Country and I can drive a tractor. And there'll be only one T in tractor. Where is it? To the front of it. Oh, there it is. Only, of course, you can't talk like that in real life, or you get beaten up. So, accents then, Tim. Have you got any you'd like to share? Yes, mate. I'm from London town. Born within the sound of Bow Bells, mate. Proper. That's pretty good, actually. Maybe we should have an accent off. Let me see. Sounds like a good idea. I'll go first. Go ahead. How about this? All right there, Pat. How is you doing? Marvellous, absolutely splendid today I am. From the northeast, not saying quite where I'm from in the northeast. Could be Newcastle, could be Sunderland, but I'll let you decide. That was all right, actually. Not bad at all. I think I can do better. Yes. Tim? Well, I could do Newcastle. Newcastle's all right, Pet. Isn't it marvellous? Absolutely very impressive, wonderful. Tim. I have to say, I'm actually quite impressed. I thought that was pretty good. It's no one of my favourite accents, but I'll do it. I didn't ken what you're on about, but I'll take it. Go for it. Shall I do some Scottish? Right there, mister. So you are from Glasgow, so I am. I'll give you a Glasgow kiss. I don't really know what you're talking about there, because when you're from Dublin, people tend to talk a little bit nasally. Do you know what I mean, Teresa? They do. I was in Dublin once on a stag do, and there were 3 of us on our way to our bar, and then this taxi driver actually pulled over the cab and said, "Now, one of you boys is after farting in my cab." And it was just the way he said, "after farting." It just tickled me, so it did. Oh, the Irish lilt is lovely, isn't it, Andrew? Lovely, absolutely lovely. Now, what about Welsh? Can you do Welsh? Welsh loves me a bit of Welsh, I does. It's lovely and singy-songy, isn't it? Marvellous. When they say Andy in Welsh, they don't say Andy, they say Andy. There's a y at the end. Andy. All right, but...
Well, Welsh can be very guttural, can't it, Andrew? Yes, it can. Deep and lovely. Do you like it?
Okay.
Lovely, it does. Marvellous.
Well, if you're from Liverpool, it's kind of funny because there's a guttural thing that goes on in the back of the throat, and it's almost like a Spanish jota, but it's not. Do you know a J in Spanish where they do and it's kind of like that, isn't it? Kid, come Ed. How are you, lad? What you doing?
Very good, Andrew. Very good. I'm quite impressed.
Now, one of my favourites is the West Country. In fact, the West Midlands. In fact, one of my favourites is the Black Country, just north of Birmingham. They call them yam yams. How are you? I'm all right, or it means I'm all right. And I recently did some work for Wolverhampton Wanderers Football Club, and I learnt in a Wolverhampton accent, and I learnt that their saying is "Wa wolves, aye why," which means we're wolves, aren't we? It's basically just about managing expectations if you're from there. But well, wa wolves, aye why. All right, send old Bobby on a shop for a bag of crisp. It's the only place in the world you get a bag with a crisp in. Just one crisp. You're next.
Oh, I concede. I'm okay, but you're just in a different league.
One does wonder. You're so posh, you see, and you're so far back and so well spoken indeed. You sound a little bit like Prince Charles. Prince Charles does tend to talk with his chin disappearing into his chest and a very pained and forced expression on his face, and one must enunciate and correctly pronounce one's words.
Very good, Andrew. You really are quite good at this. I'm quite impressed.
What else? I'm kind of running out, actually. Where else could we go to? Well, we could do a bit of estuary, bit of company, you know what I mean? Driving a van. Ray Winston driving a van. Oi, Savaloy.
Very good, Andrew. Very good. Very good indeed.
Yeah, very good, Tim. So as you can tell, I love to do accents and I love to do different voices. And I'm very lucky to get to lend my voice, yes, my voice,
it's my voice,
to Tim over here, who has a very well-spoken voice. That the inspiration for that actually came from another actor, a guy called Jack, and I was just trying to continue the sterling work that he did in the early days of Tim's character development.
He was very good. Yes, I preferred him.
And so I tried to continue that, and luckily for me, my mother is particularly well spoken, so I could just draw upon that. I don't know if any of you got this, but I have a different voice for my parents than I do for my friends. I'm also one of those people, by the way, who tends to pick up on accents and use the accent that the person is talking to me in, which is kind of strange. One of the most common accents that I do and get hired to work in is South Yorkshire. Very much like Sean Bean type, North of the Wall stanza, that kind of accent. And it's not too far from where God ended up. Don't ask me why God ended up from Yorkshire / Lancashire, because I really couldn't answer that question, except for the fact that when they talked about God, I thought God's own country, which is, of course, Yorkshire. So that's why God ended up with a Yorkshire accent. But I thought it would also be quite amusing because in Yorkshire they have almost a dialect of different words. And they don't, so for example, they don't say 8 until 3, they go 8 while 3, 8 while 3, yeah, weird. But no, I've always loved doing accents. I've always loved mimicry and copying people's accents, both consciously and unconsciously, and it's led to me enjoying a great time as a voice actor. That's not to say that you have to be great at accents to be a voice actor. In fact, there's an argument to say that you should only ever work in your natural speaking voice, because the way the voice acting works today, there's people all over the world with home studios very much like mine here in Gran Canaria, and if they want somebody from Newcastle, they can just go to Duke Newcastle and get somebody from Newcastle. Why not have the real thing, if you know what I mean? And the same goes for any other place in the world. So yeah, whilst it's good to be able to do accents, you've got to be able to do them to a level that is convincing, entirely convincing. And that's actually quite hard to do. A lot of the accents that you've heard us do today are kind of almost caricatures. They're dialed up a little bit. And then when you're in a session, you've got to be able to dial those up and down depending on what the client needs. And that's where the real skill involves. Can you fool somebody from that place into thinking you're from that place? Because if you can't, don't do it.
Oh, Andrew, you're so good at this. You really are a professional.
Right.
Oh dear, Sachiko. Oh, well, it seems like duty calls, Andy. 'Twas a lovely finally meeting you, but I do have to beg your pardon, if you would excuse me. What's going on?
All these voice actors always thinking to lend their voices to us, but not in us case, eh? No, through us benevolence does he have his bloody voice, and by us command does he have his talent.
Give it a bloody rest.
Why are there two of us? There are infinites of us, God one. We're all first, but... yes, Puppet God, haven't you noticed we sound exactly the same? Of course, because we are one.
Okay, you two, just get a room already.
We are one, but not in that way.
Why do I not like the sound of that?
You don't.
Okay.
We deal with you
Go ahead.
lot, and, well, generally, it's by dropping meteors and lightning bolts to wipe your bloody lot out. Good times, Buff God. I like how you rain down lightning bolts on individuals, even though it doesn't seem very efficient, to be honest. It gets job done though, doesn't it? But I do like how you drop fire and brimstone on all them lot, and whoever gets caught up in mess dies. Bloody brilliant! Anyway, we have a question for you.
Okay.
Which one of us do you like more?
Listen, you two just fight it out. I've actually got some work to do.
I mean,
obviously,
obviously, I'm more adorable, and I have more muscles. And who don't like muscles?
So if you just want to battle it out over here, if it's all right with you, I'm going to go get in the booth and get on with some work. Is that okay? Anyway, listen, neither of you come from nothing. You come from a whole team working together many, many hours collaboratively across continents to make you happen.
Yes, I am. Not sure about that chap, though. He didn't come out of his father's stomach. Yeah, something like that. At least this form that I'm currently manifesting anyway.
It takes a team. Blimey, it takes a proper team. Honestly, there's a whole team that works on that brilliant VR video for you guys. Have a little bit of...
knowledge, voice,
Action,
grace,
entertain,
should we say?
educate.
You know, Iram of the Pillars. By the way, you can check that out on the YouTube channel. There's a whole VR tour of Iram and the Pillars. Now, finally, can I get back to work?
Are we done? Yeah, let's get out of here. Let's skedaddle.
Thank you for coming to visit, by the way, my lovely little studio. I hope you've enjoyed this foray into the world of voice acting. If you've got any questions or comments, pop them in down below. And, of course, like, subscribe, and tatty bye now, me ducks. Tatty bye. See ya.
Subscribe, that is, my children. Now share, like, and leave a comment. I get lonely sometimes and I love me some questions, and hey, remember, soon you'll be able to follow me on other social media channels. You will.